And so this town we're in, Benicassim, so this is actually a much more touristic place, and it's mostly Spanish tourists. So we were walking around a little bit, and we haven't heard any English being spoken. I understand French people are coming like in July and August. You said they drive their cars, so it's kind of touristic, but not like super touristic. And I had my sun umbrella because I'm like Michael Jackson and really hate the sun, but we actually kind of forgot it because we're trying to take the bus and get here as quickly as possible. So Jordi promised we do have a lot more shade on this beach, so it may not be like so horrible of a thing. There's a lot of nightlife here too.
A bit more than Castellon.
Yeah, we tried checking out Castellon on a Friday night last night, and it was really dead. So maybe there's something here. It's Saturday night right now. It's becoming really apparent how rocky this beach is. So I mean, look at this here. Like this is, yeah. And if we just walk just like a little bit over here, you can see what they brought from Castellon. I found something. Maybe it's not a big deal to anybody watching this, but this is kind of weird. What'd you say it's called?
Cypress in Spanish, but
Cypress, yeah. I don't know, I kind of like it, the style. I mean, I don't know what this is. Like, is this part of like the plant growing further back, or like what's going on?
It's many plants. You're going to have many trees that you're shaping this way.
So I guess they're like cutting the bushes in some sort of way or something. So that's, well, that's kind of interesting. Apparently that tall tree over there, right, is this. Well, I never would have guessed. Things are a little bit more funny kind of for my aesthetic. I guess this is a ficus, and it's cut like a cylinder, so it completely stands out. When I go walking around Castellon and making another video, I'll show that they had them in like some sort of box shape over there. And I don't know that much about this sort of gardening. Jordi knows more. He's been watching all kinds of YouTube videos on the matter. But supposedly this type of plant, it's easy to cut and sort of paste in some ways?
You can do whatever you want. They're immortal, and they're just you cut them, they're going to grow back. It's not
like fire, plague, disease, like
no, fire,
nuclear explosion.
They cannot stand temperatures below freezing temperature.
I was very much intending this to be a beach video, but Jordi's fault. This is turning into like a botany video. And apparently this is one of the most poisonous plants. We had to look it up on Wikipedia. It's called oleander, and I guess it's like if you like eat like the leaves or the flowers, or even like cut them and touch them, you have to be very careful. And according to Wikipedia, 100 grams is enough to kill an adult horse. I'm definitely liking about this beach that there's a little more shade. Jordi just promised me a little more shade down here, and this is something I can totally manage. Maybe not as good as sunbathe. I think there's more people out of the shade. So you can clearly see this. Yeah, this is definitely not what's naturally here. This is all brought from Castellon. And we're gonna just kind of keep walking. I'm gonna look for somewhere to change, then I'm gonna go take a dip in the water. This might be totally boring to everyone here, but this really stood out to me that we have, you know, we're on the beach and it's like, what are all these boats doing here on the sand? And apparently that's just kind of where they store them. They don't keep them on the water like I would be used to. And there's somewhere there they can just kind of push them onto the water and use them. It's finally beach time. It's not quite as late as it was last time at 7:30, which is still pretty late rather than being 8:30. So I'm being a little more adventurous. We're gonna go on this right here, which is of course not the natural beach, but you still got to be careful about this. I accidentally stepped on that and it's maybe a little bit thorny. Jordi was telling me that apparently they're actually fishing for squid out there, and they're really quite smart, and like they'll like dig these holes to hide and everything, and if you find some places covered in rocks, you know there's probably a squid there hiding. Maybe this is just a standard beach thing. I mean, I grew up in suburban Detroit, so I didn't really have any real beach I normally hung out on, but this looks kind of cool. You have this little thing, you drive it up, you go down on the slide, you have your own kind of little water park, goes to the beach. Okay, so I don't know if this is going to be cold or not. I think it shouldn't be too bad. It wasn't so bad in Castellon. In Castellon, you had to go really far for anything. I guess we have maybe squid to watch out for here. We'll see. Something a little peculiar about the area here. It's like these ridges, and it's almost like a little ladder to kind of pull and go out on. It kind of feels sort of funny. It's quite uniform as well. Yeah, I just had a thought that this is like the most mild and easy beach to deal with. There's like no waves or anything. And then kind of the obvious thing hit me is we have these rocks here. I wonder if this is just breaking all the waves. And if I were to venture over there, so maybe I pick kind of the wimpiest thing, and just now it's kind of getting in over my waist. Well, it actually just got really a lot deeper all of a sudden. So I'm not gonna do it because I'm kind of wimping out. This is getting a bit colder now. But the rocks are nice. It's just like there's just like a steep drop off. And if I were more experienced with beaches and waters, you know, I wouldn't be such a wimp on this. You know, I have less of a problem looking into like abandoned buildings and things like that. I do know how to swim, but I think there wouldn't really be any problem because there's no real current and I'm in the easy part of the beach. Look at the beautiful view over there. Okay, holy shit, this is... Okay, I was... Look how far I went. I went all the way here and almost nothing. And then I went just a few feet that way and I went like same distance. So there's something about this that just has this huge drop off over there. If anyone can tell me in the comments what's going on with that, maybe it's a standard and normal thing. There's something kind of obvious I didn't even think about, even though I have a waterproof camera, is I kind of want to see what's under. So I went back to this place where there's a really steep drop off. Now it's up to my neck. Let's see what's underneath, and the direction is getting deeper and the direction it's going back. It's time to go back. Get my clothes on. Here's the funny thing, I didn't get my hair wet. Is that like a really diva sort of thing to like want to jump in the ocean without getting my hair wet? But it's just somehow or another, everything was so mild today that it didn't happen. This is where two mathematicians can be kind of useless, especially one that's an applied mathematician, right? He isn't actually, but it's just the Spanish classification. So we're apparently what actually happens with the steep drop off is it might be that the rocks are kind of protecting against some erosion, and then there's effect that kind of wears off at some point around the rock, but we're not like really entirely sure. I did notice I was getting more currents then, so maybe this is a question of fluid dynamics or something. I don't know. If someone knows for sure exactly why this happens, you know, leave in the comments and let me know. Now we'll actually get my hair wet. Oh. There's some beautiful houses in Benicassim somewhere that way, so we got to look for the beautiful houses, and then we're going to end the night. Apparently there's some free blues concerts. I don't care about blues, but I don't know, whatever, YOLO. While we're here, let's just see what there is. I didn't even think about it, but Jordi pointed out there's a little bit of a time restraint because we need to catch the last bus to go back to Castellon because we want to go to Valencia tomorrow morning, so we don't want to get stuck here overnight. So we're kind of rushing. We're in this little nice boardwalk area here. You think the houses are up ahead?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are.
So this is kind of what's left of the beach right now. And this is kind of cool and relaxing. Okay, I like this so much more that the sun is like going down more. I don't know how many times I said that in the video, but this is actually really kind of nice breeze. It's sort of warm right now. It's actually really beautiful. What is the name of that? The guy's like flying with like an engine and a parachute. It's like paragliding or something. Honestly, don't remember. We started running into some of the nice houses. The thing is, like, it's some of them are kind of abandoned, as it turns out. I don't know if I can even view this. Like, tell me if you can see this from here. We have all these like kind of Greek, Roman marble statues and things. I think probably nobody's living there. I'm not really sure. Maybe
That one's certainly not abandoned. It's well maintained.
that one is okay, but then some of the other ones are.
Yes.
I think some of these are vacation homes from wealthy Spaniards from other cities. And here's a Via Camilleri, and this still looks, you know, nice, right on the beach. And there's, I think, another one there. It's a little, they're still trying to keep you out, so this is a little bit different than what you see typically in the US. You know, most of our fences, okay, we do have fences to keep out, but they're not like guarded like this, so you can't actually see anything in there. I think this next one, is this also, or something else going on?
This one's being restored.
Okay, so this one's being restored, and some of these apparently they're like some sort of historical buildings, so you can't tear them down. So I can't see much what's going on here. And this one, there's some sort of construction or something going on. Something I missed from the US. Water fountains. You don't really see these in Poland so often, so I definitely appreciate this. I'm a little thirsty, so I'm gonna partake in this as well. Okay, it's good. So this is actually really cool. So some people, they're doing a different type of performance art than asking for money for just playing music. Like, look at this really cool thing here that they built. So, are you the artist?
Yeah, but I don't really ask for money.
Oh, okay.
People only throw if they want to throw.
If they want to, okay.
Yeah, normally only when they take pictures and videos.
Gotcha.
I say, you're going to take my work, just help me, because I do this, but I have to put everyday sugar and more salt in the
So
water.
there's actual cost to making it then, yeah.
And then I put fire, electric lights.
Right,
night.
right.
It costs a little bit. I don't say you don't have to pay me really a price. It's only
I understand, yeah.
something to help me
Yeah, show appreciation.
Yeah, okay.
This is really cool though. I like this. With all the detail, like I could never do that. I mean, that's amazing. I was talking to the guy a little more, and actually this thing is really high technology because he has some sort of thing. He was explaining how it works, but basically he's finishing this dragon in the middle, and it's going to spit fire. I guess it was like in a week or two or something like that. He's saying.
Next weekend, he said.
Next weekend, yeah. So I'm going to be not around here then, but if anyone swings by this area, yeah, you can see the thing throwing fire into the air. That's pretty cool. Oh, this one's kind of cool. It's like some sort of plant man lives in this one, like on La Rambla. We found some information on the villas, and I'll just kind of say what this one here, it's this one here that's very clearly abandoned and no one's keeping up. And this just says that this was a place that was owned by a Valencian family, and there was many like theaters and plays, and this sort of a social center around here. It didn't say what the current state of it now is, which is clearly not so good. Getting towards the end of this. I think, oh, she's fishing. She's getting squid. Hola. Busca calamar?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're searching for squid, right?
I tried.
I saw you pick a little something up there, so it's
Yeah, but this camera, it's look like this. Too much big.
Oh, there was a big one.
Yeah.
Grande. Yeah, wow.
I think sometimes crabs have territory.
Uh-huh.
Because maximum size, it's
They get bigger. Okay.
Bigger,
Yeah.
and one's bigger.
I kind of worried it would bite my feet. We are hungry after walking on the beach all day, and we need to catch this concert, and we're still a little worried about the bus going back to Castellon, so we're just getting some pizza. I mean, this isn't like any traditional Benicassim dish or anything like that, but we're quite hungry, so time to eat. And how is this? I know everyone, I'm definitely not a food vlogger, and I'm only showing this because I know some people definitely want to see it, but it's just simple prosciutto. What is it you got?
Specialty of the house, so some ham, chicken, mushrooms, pepper.
Gotcha. Yeah, there is fine dining here. Honestly, I wouldn't be the one to appreciate it. Maybe we'd probably go home hungry if we hit it, so I kind of think from a practical standpoint. So we're just gonna have this and try to make it a concert and get back in time. Pizza's all right. Said not the best, but something at least all right. So it seems like we're doing pretty good in time, so I'm almost done. And we'll make it to this blues concert. We're on the way to our blues concert, and already we can see it's definitely much, I don't want to say it's like anywhere near as lively as Barcelona, but this is way more people that were out in Castellon last night.
Not hard.
Yeah, not that difficult. Well, this is definitely way more active. We got actually some people around. I guess being in a sleepy place for a while, I'm a little happy to see any real sign of life. Apparently this is a 3-day-long music festival. This is the Sinelli brothers, right?
Yep.
Okay. There's 4 of them. Are all 4 of them brothers?
No.
Anyone in the comments, tell me if they're tell me if they're all 4 of them brothers or not. Is it possible to hear me? I don't know if the sound just wanted to see the concert. Neither of us are really blues fans, so we're just to kind of see it. And it's kind of interesting because like this place is still pretty late. There's kids playing on all this stuff over here. Still got the music over there. It's a bit of an older crowd. And apparently Benicassim is known for a lot of music festivals, so there's all kinds of different sorts of things here throughout the year. We had a little drama. We couldn't find the bus stop because actually this is where the bus stops, and a bunch of people are just illegally parking here, and we totally missed this. So we thought we weren't going to make our way home, or we'd have to take a taxi. So fortunately not, but I don't know, I guess they're not enforcing towing as much as they should here. I understand that as it gets warmer, more and more of Castellon is going to Benicassim, so we can already see, I guess, some nightlife and stuff already going here, and some beach stuff, so I think it's probably like makes less and less sense to go to Castellon the more deeper you go into summer, and more sense to go here. We're back in Castellon, going through the park. Gonna go sleep soon, and tomorrow's a big day in Valencia, so just I think I'm out for now. Gonna go get some sleep, and hopefully be you know, we were gonna go and stay in Valencia, but it turns out the hotels are too expensive because of some event, so we're just gonna kind of go on the day trip there and back, so I want to be well rested for this. So I'm out, and that's it.